What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. A book entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father. Amazon Kindle Create Space. The Exodus of the Good Black Man. People wonder where the good brothers go to. Well, I'm gonna try to break this down in some way so you can get it. Sometimes you're surrounded by quote unquote the bad guys because the good guys slowly exited. They slowly left. Now, one of the ways to slowly leave is early on in high school when you graduate. If you didn't holler at the guy or he didn't holler at you or y'all didn't work out, you both may go to college or, so you might go in separate directions. And when that happens, that's what happens. College, military, trade school, whatever. Y'all just part separate directions. Some people stay in the same city depending on the city we're talking about, and some people just go somewhere else and go somewhere else. So then some of the guys off the table. Now when you're in this college, military, not necessarily trade school because there's not really that many women in trade school. When you're in college, that's your biggest pool of the potential of good black men. And a lot of this college time is spent fucking off. Real talk. You could put it on either side if you want to, but it's really spent fucking off. So what happens is by the time they graduate, whether they just be a bachelor's or then they graduate and go into the workforce and then get an advanced degree while they're working, or just go get the advanced degree right after the bachelor's or whatever, they're not taking relationships serious. Some people want to, but then they're like, you broke because you're in college and I want to be with somebody else. And this is where opportunism comes to shoot people in the foot. Because just like in high school, it's one thing when he in high school and he ain't this, and you mess with older guys, adult boys, the guys with swag or whatever. But when you do it in college, it's different because the guys that you don't want to talk to may have the potential of making more than the guys that you are talking to right now that you trying to just have a come up on. So they look at it, they take it some type of way. They get their nose on their grind, and they graduate or stay in the military, get a higher rank, or just in their field as in trade and keep working and stacking. So now after that, adults, workforce, you wonder where these good guys at, because now they're off the table in a sense because those guys felt like they were unwanted. Or on the other hand, some guys just didn't want to be in relationships. You could say that too. And then what happened was after that, you got the ones they looking for something, but maybe you don't like their title or their position or whatever it is, right? And then they say, well, fuck it, I'm not wanted by these particular people, so I'm gonna move on. And then they might move again, maybe to a different neighborhood, different surroundings, because they live in a different life and a different lifestyle. So if you going out the club, they're not clubbing no more. They might be at a sports bar. You might be at a pool hall. They might be at a concert, but y'all have two different genres of music or some shit like that. So they don't frequent the same places. And then a lot of times what happens is then these guys wind up getting a lot of workplace action or flirting because you don't know where all the good men is, and the dudes, now you're at work and you see, what, he's pretty good though, but I work with him, or if he don't give you no play because y'all work together, and then he's asshole. So it's like it's a catch-22. So in some ways those guys are on the table but off the table. But when these guys get out of their job and you might see them out and about trying to holler at somebody, you might play these guys to the left. So then, and you wonder why we got all these surrounded. Well, what happens is the exodus is because if a guy feels unwanted, they move to where they feel more comfortable and more wanted. So with more guys moving away from black women when they feel unwanted, just not black women as in the other women, but just maybe we was in L.A. and then we went to college or whatever, and they moved to Nevada or some shit like that. They got their shit together, now they in Vegas, kicking it, whatever. They living their life. Now they in Nevada, they living it up, and you like, damn, I remember such and such. But where they're at, nobody's really checking for them. So they might move to a suburb in Vegas, you know, and they doing their thing, and they kind of they in the mix, but kind of off the radar, you know. So now what? And then, but you're surrounded by all of the people that you know and you're comfortable with, and you realize it's an increase of fuck boys, and you're looking for a couple of good guys, and you're like, where the fuck they at? Well, you know where they're at, really, because they're every place you're uncomfortable with going. They're doing things that you probably are not comfortable doing. You know, that's why people overreach. Like, I want to go to the opera and be sitting in there in the dress. Motherfuckers ain't doing that stupid shit. They don't grown ass man want to be sitting there. Fuck out of here, man. No. You know, I'm cultured because I'm. No, that shit ain't. No. You know, try something else. You know. And I want to, you know, be going on trips. I want to fly here, fly there, fly there. You know, guys ain't really on that travel game like that when it comes to single women, because a lot of these women are hustling, trying to fly on these vacations to find quote unquote guys or ballers who, you know, on the come up like now. And the guys like, I ain't fucking with you. Why I'm gonna go on vacation and bring sand to the beach? I'm gonna get my groove on or back in this place or foreign country and then fly my ass back home. I ain't committing to you. It is what it is. So a lot of times the exodus happens over time because, you know, you separate yourself from crowds you feel unwanted from, and you go where you want it. And if you're surrounded by people you don't want, and you're looking for the guys that you want, you got to realize they left the crowd, and you're still in the crowd. You got to leave the crowd to get them. We out. Well, hold up. We out.